Hi, Julie here with Culinary Works, and today we are going to be making a great, healthy, yummy smoothie bowl. So the difference between smoothie bowls really and regular smoothies is that the smoothie bowl is supposed to be like a really much thicker consistency. So it's like in a bowl and you can kind of spoon it as opposed to a smoothie where you're going to be using a straw. And one thing too that I kind of want to just bring up just so you understand is like a smoothie versus juicing. So the thing about juicing is that you're extracting all the pulp and kind of like all the innards, so to speak, of all the fruit. So you're not really getting the fibrous benefit from juicing versus smoothies. You're typically putting all the fibrous of the fruits and vegetables inside that you're going to be digesting. So I would say smoothies are definitely going to be, healthier for you than juicing. So something to keep in mind. They're both natural sugar, so that's important. But the smoothies in general or smoothie bowls are going to have more fiber, which is more beneficial for you because your blood sugar is going to stay at a steadier state, and that's really important. So, anyways, talk about our ingredients here. So over here you see all of our toppings, and we will talk about the toppings when we go to top it. But for now, the insides we have about a half a cup of berries here, just mixed berries. Really whatever you like. Some spinach. Certainly spinach could be kale, or it could be also spirulina powder, which is another great little, that we put sometimes in our smoothies. You can buy it at health food stores and everything. It's pretty strong, so go light with the spirulina powder. It says the serving size, it's way a lot, so just use a little bit. We have here some frozen banana and then some frozen cauliflower, and the cauliflower is great because it really helps to provide some bulk and some substance, and it keeps it nice and thick. We are putting in here some collagen powder, so you don't have to do collagen powder. Collagen obviously is so trendy and such a big thing. This is the one I just happen to have, the vital protein, so we're going to use some of this today. And then almond milk, just to add a little more flavor. The one thing we don't have, which sometimes we do put in there too, is a date or something that adds that additional natural sugar. And then some ice cubes. So, okay. So let's kind of get going here. It does really help to have a Vitamix, I have to say. The Vitamix definitely makes kind of a big difference here, so that helps. Okay, so we're adding in our cauliflower and our frozen banana. For the frozen banana, I just, take bananas when they're just ripe and put them, slice them up, and then I put them right into the freezer. When I do that, I put them on a dish or a sheet tray, individually, and then once they're frozen, then you can put them in a Ziploc or something like that. I'm going to go with a couple ice cubes. Start with a few just to see. Start with 3 ice cubes. Put our spinach in. Okay, push that down there. So again, the idea of the smoothie bowl is you want to make it nice and thick. So we're going to start low on the Vitamix here. You never want to kind of go 0 to 60 on your Vitamix, kind of just take your time there. So I'm going to do one, maybe another 1.5 kind of scoops there of the protein powder. Obviously there are tons of different brands of the protein powder, so kind of use what you want here. I'm going to start with just a teeny bit of the almond milk here, just a little, because again we want to keep it thick. So just like that. We'll start with that. Maybe that was about 1/4 cup, I'd say so far. All right, and then part of it is just kind of you're just gonna kind of start. So it's gonna be really loud, so hang in there. I'm gonna start it on low, like I said. So I'm just gonna use this little muddler here. Kind of keep pushing everything down. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit. It's nice and thick, which is what we want. I'm going to add a little bit more almond milk, and maybe just kind of obviously while the motor's not running, just kind of push the spinach down a little bit. Maybe I should have put that down a little earlier. Oh yeah, that's really thick. That's awesome. So let's just kind of push this down a little bit. I can definitely see that I could add a little bit more almond milk. We're looking good. Let's add that now. There we go. That should be pretty good. All right, I'm excited. I'm gonna turn it down before I blast it. There we go. Looking good. So I think you kind of get the idea here. I'm just going to take another peek here. All right. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to push it one more time because I got one more piece of spinach there that's not fully integrated there. But so you get the idea here. You want to take your time, less liquid, right, and more bulk. Hence the cauliflower, the frozen fruit. Let's get it in the bowl, and then I'll show you our delicious toppings. Okay, sorry, I almost forgot. The chia seeds. You could put the chia seeds on top, but because we have a few other toppings, I didn't want the topping to be like so much. So we're gonna add the chia seeds. So it's a tablespoon of chia seeds. So I'm gonna blend those up and get those kind of mixed in here. Let's kind of mix them in a little bit first, and then we'll turn the blender on. Okay. Good shape. So I'm going to put it into our little bowl here and show you how we're going to top it. Okay, so we're ready to put it in our bowl here, and you can see, look at that, it's nice and thick. And again, the key, you know, was minimal liquid, right? And a lot of substance. All right, so looks pretty good. Okay, so let me show you kind of what we have here for toppings. Let me take a little taste first. It's good. Obviously, it's really cold, you know. So we have some raw coconut that we toasted because it gives it that little bit of nutty flavor, which I think is really yummy. And a little bit of crunch. I mean, you want, you know, some crunch. We have some cacao nibs, right, which are really high in antioxidants here. You can buy those at most grocery stores these days. They're pretty trendy. We have some goji berries. You guys have probably seen those here. People talked about those. Another one of the like super fruits or superfoods, so to speak, right? The goji berries. So, all right. No, and you know, also too, like you could put like some cut up banana, some granola, you know, some blueberries. I mean, any other kind of fresh fruit on top too. Like you don't have to necessarily just be limited to these. You could put hemp seeds. You know, we just didn't have any hemp seeds with us. Any kind of nuts or seeds, any other seeds. So anyway, take a kind of a peek here. It looks pretty good. Healthy, filling, nutritious. So that's kind of about what we need, you know, once a day at least. Give it a try, my friends.